Hi everybody, this is Denise from Foursquare Microfarm, and I just want to introduce you to my pattern of the month. This is the Spring Garden Kerchief by Claire Lakewood. This is a free pattern on Ravelry.com. Now I've made this once before, and one of the things I like about this is it's a quick knit. The artist only used 165 yards of handspun or whatever it was that she used, whatever yarn. And so this is a really good knit up for small amounts of yarn. Now, when you see the picture, and I don't have it here in front of me because once I completed it, I had already given it away. And so I'll show you pictures of what mine looked like, either before the video starts or somewhere here in the middle. Okay, so one of the things I really like about this, besides the fact that it takes little yarn, is it looks so very complicated, and it just is not as complicated as it appears. So now, let me just read to you basically the stitches that you need to know. You need to know how the cast is on, of course, the knit stitch, the knit two together, purl stitch, purl two together, to slip slip knit. And for me, instead of doing the slip slip knit the way it's laid out, I usually just knit two through the back stitch, and it actually seems to turn out basically the same thing. So you can try it out and see if that works for you. You need to know how to slip one. Then you need to know how to slip one, knit one, slip one knitwise, and then knit two together and pass the slip stitch over the knit stitch. Okay, so basically it's just those few stitches right there, and then you make the kerchief. Now, if you do it just as it's written and you use just a little bit of yarn, you're going to wind up with something that's about 36 inches by 19 or so odd inches is what the pattern says once you've blocked it aggressively, which is not a bad, neck scarf or kerchief. If you want to make it bigger, then the pattern gives instructions of where to put the repeats so that you can make the pattern larger than just what's written. Also, this pattern does include a chart. So if you're a person who's interested in charts, then there is one here for you. Okay, so now I'm using the merino that I did use for the dye tutorial, that I made for the dye tutorial. And if you recall, I was saying I only got 120 something odd yards from that spin. I need, of course, 160 or so for this. So I did another spin on the top whirl drop spindle, and yeah, I am knitting from the spindle. I get kind of lazy. I knit from the spindle, I knit from the hank. I don't always make balls. That's working out just fine. And so just a refresher, here's the merino. So this is going to be a 2-color skein. I think it's going to work up really nicely. If I need some more, I'll just spin some more, put it somewhere on there. And I am officially doing the second repeat of row A. And so on one of my updates, after I get this finished, I'll show you what this one looks like. And you'll see the other one, of course, as a picture. One of the things I did do, which I do a lot with the written patterns, I really prefer written patterns. I'm not real good with reading the charts. They just seem to mess with my eyes. And so what I did with this written pattern is when it comes to the rows that do the repeats, especially with row A, you repeat this row 3 times after you worked it up the first time. In order to keep my eyes from blurring, I just went ahead and took my colored pencils and colored the rows like different colors to give my eyes that break. It just helps a lot for me. I had one of those pattern, I don't know exactly what they're called, but the pattern holders with the magnetic line on it in order to slide it up and down. But for life of me, I can't seem to keep track of that thing. So maybe that'll be one of my crafting projects. I'll make a really nice one with a cover that you slide the pattern in. Okay, so anyway, that's what all these colors are about here. And let me see. I forgot to tell you that, you know what? She says that gauge doesn't matter. It's not really important for the project. You just want to make sure that whatever thickness of yarn that you use the needle that is going to, of course, go with that yarn or give the effect that you want. So in my case, I'm using the recommended size 7 needle because I'm basically using the yarn that's recommended as far as what the actual author used. So mine is pretty close to hers, so I'm just using what she used. Of course, you can decide what needle you would like to use for the pattern. Okay, basically that's it. It's just my quick pattern of mine. If you're looking for something to knit and you just want to make a quick one, you've got 170 yards or so, 165 yards, and you just need something to go quick with. You'll love that one. Basically, so follow the link and go check it out on Reverie. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.